This is the Senior Estate Concierge Show, and we're so happy to be here today. I'd like to introduce to you not only Bill, but also our guest today, Jose. And we're going to be talking about a lot of different things that really come up when we start talking about seniors. What do they need? How can we help them? And it's a wonderful opportunity for not only you, but for us to be here today and talk about the food bank. I love that. I've never been there, but I see it on the news all the time, and I'm really excited about it. So the first thing I'd like to do is introduce Bill Graff. He is the founder and director of the Senior Estate Concierge. Hi, Bill.
Hello, good afternoon.
And he is also a real estate specialist. And Bill, if you don't mind, let's hear a little bit about your real estate and how you got involved in the Senior Estate Concierge.
Sure, be glad to. And good afternoon again. So yeah, my name is Bill Graff, and I'm a seniors real estate specialist. I've been in real estate about 13 years as a broker associate with CB&A Realtors. Got my seniors real estate specialist designation a few years ago because I was helping some seniors with their families and their senior parents, and they needed to move mom and dad into assisted living. And they called me to sell their home. As we were going through the process, they needed a number of different services, anything from assisted living locators to legal, to get their legal documents together, to estate sales to get all their content sold and removed, movers, downsizers, financial help. They just needed a whole bunch of different services. And they were all working adult children from the parents. And so they didn't really have the time to go out on the web, do a lot of research, and find out who they could trust and who they couldn't trust. So at the time they said, Bill, is there one place that we could call and get everything that we need, all one-stop shop of good trusted senior services? And at the time I didn't have that. So a few years went by, I did a little research, looked around for those types of programs, and I didn't see anything. So I started a group with about 9 different service providers back in 2019. And from there, it has grown because there is such a need and a demand for that type of organization. So now we have about 40 different service providers in our organization, and it ranges anything from home modification for aging in place to in-home care providers, to hospice, to you name it, just all kinds of different service providers. So that's what we do. And so now someone's knocking at my door. Sorry.
Of course.
So that's what we're here for today. And we have Jose with the Houston Food Bank. Let me just say one thing real quick. Actually, CB&A did volunteer there one year. I'm sorry. I will be right back.
That's okay. Not a problem.
You go ahead, Marian.
Sure. Well, I'm Marian LaSalle, and I also work with the Senior Estate Concierge. And I'm excited today to talk to Jose Barrera because he is going to talk to us a little bit about what we know already about the food bank, but also some of the things that you might not know. So I'm excited about it. I was actually at an event with the Better Business Bureau awards luncheon last month, and I met somebody that works at the food bank, and she was telling me all these wonderful things that they do for seniors. And so that's how we were able to connect with Jose. So welcome to the show today, Jose. We're so glad to have you.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to the conversation. Essentially, as you say, yes, the Houston Food Bank, we are known for the food primarily. Of course, it's in the title, but we do many more things. The main purpose is because it's of our mission there, and our vision is the food for better lives and a world without food banks. So our idea is to help people move past needing a food bank. So there's many different programs available. There's such as there's a kids cafe, there's the senior box for low-income seniors, and then my specific department is the community assistance program, and we help clients particularly to sign up for benefits programs such as SNAP, Medicaid, CHIP, and TANF. SNAP that used to be called food stamps. That's probably what people still largely know it as, but proper name is SNAP nowadays. So that is the main reason that we exist, to just help people get set up and get themselves on their feet.
What does SNAP stand for?
It is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
Okay. I always wondered that. I didn't realize that was the old food stamp program.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a different name nowadays.
Right. Okay. Well, how long have you been there, Jose?
I have actually been here just over 2 years. Started as a community resource navigator, it's within my department, the community assistance program, and then from there I moved up to the referral specialist, which they're the ones that look for resources for the clients. This would be things like rental or utility assistance, legal assistance, medical care, and things for seniors if they were looking for that as well. And then from that position, I took up the role of community manager here within my department, the CAP department.
Okay.
And my task nowadays is to engage with the community partners, the agencies, to see where we can best service the community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love that part, and I have so many questions. The first question I have is, how do you qualify for something like SNAP?
So in a nutshell for that, there is generally some income requirements. So it's for persons who are at a lower income level. It does vary depending on the size of the household and the type of income that's coming in. But generally, if you are in need, you simply do an application. You go through the process, and to keep it simple, you're basically putting in your information on your income, all the money that's coming into the household, and all the money that's being expensed out. So your income versus your expenses. You tell them about your demographics, you tell them about the household size, and any special circumstances if you are able to work or if you have a disability. And all of these things, they factor into the decision if you qualify for the SNAP assistance. And then if you do qualify, there's different amounts that you can get. They range from as low as $20 a month up to about $294 per person per month, depending on your income level. Even the $20 a month is still highly effective, because you don't lose it if you don't use it right away. You can actually save that up. So over a period of 6 months, that is about $180. You can definitely get some groceries with that. So it definitely helps out a lot.
Okay, I'm going to have one more question, then I'll let Bill ask his questions. I know he has some too. So how does one get involved with, say, volunteering or helping seniors get the food and get the supplies and get the things that they need that you all can help them with?
So I'll start off with volunteering. If you go straight to the website, there is the page to get set up as a volunteer. You can choose which shifts you want. We do about 3 shifts every day, Monday through Saturday. I think there is some on Sunday, but basically those shifts are from the morning hours from 8 to 12. There's a 12 to 4 shift, and then there's an evening shift from 5 to 9, I believe. And so there's plenty of opportunity, there's flexibility, and it's always a 4-hour shift. And the type of work that you do, if it can depend on your capabilities, but if you're willing and able to do anything, you can be pretty much anywhere, from sorting the food that comes into the food bank to prepping food that goes into the hot meals that goes out to the children and to the seniors as well, or any other number of programs and events that we have. So definitely a lot of ways to help out the community. And in terms of how to engage with certain programs, so I'll give you an example with the Senior Box program. That is, it's a care package that we give out to seniors once a month. That program, it's through one of my other departments, so I can definitely get you in contact with them at some point if you want to engage.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah, and so they will, if you do get set up as an agency with them, they would come out once a month with a package of food for the seniors who are signed up for the program, and that one is also income dependent. So depending on the level of income, they may or may not qualify, but it definitely helps out the community. And it's pretty straightforward. As long as they qualify, there's really nothing else. They just need to show up on the day that they registered, and they'll get a package of food, and that's once a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Jose. You're making a lot of people happy. And I know this time of year we really think about it, but this is a year-round problem that we have. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that are needing food. I'm going to give you one example, and then Bill, I want you to ask your questions. So I volunteered to deliver some pies for some people that really needed it. I don't know how they got on the list, but I was happy to do it. And I'll never forget it. My heart just bleeds for this lady. She said, "You mean all I get is pies? I don't really have food for Thanksgiving." And I thought, oh goodness, I have to have some place to send her and get her food. It broke my heart. No one wants to see anyone go hungry in this day and age. We just can't have it. So thank you for everything you do. All right, Bill, you're in the hot seat.
Oh, I'm in the hot seat. All right. What else can I ask you, Jose? What I'm really curious about is how our organization, the Senior Estate Concierge, can really partner up with you all.
Oh, good one.
We do have, ours is a membership program, just so you know. And so the service providers pay a membership fee, and the money goes into marketing and growing the organization so that we can reach out to more seniors and families that need help. With that said, though, we do have what we call a nonprofit portion of our organization. So if a nonprofit organization like Houston Food Bank would like to be part of our organization so that we can connect and understand how that connection would work, is that something that the Houston Food Bank you think could do? And then also, how can we connect? What's the best way for us to connect with you? If we have a senior that needs help, do we just go to the website or we contact you? What's the best way to do that?
So the easiest way, it's a number that we use. The number is 832.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll get this up on the board.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's our helpline, and so it is 832-369.
Okay.
9390.
Oh, this is great information.
And it's a call center, so it gets picked up right away. And depending on what the issue is, the representative will shuffle the caller into the appropriate department or team that can help them out best. We do often get calls from that number asking for assistance, so anybody can call it, and we'll reach out to them as soon as possible. If no one does answer it right away, it goes straight to like a voicemail that gets sent to our email, so everyone gets it immediately.
Oh, that is wonderful. Good question, Bill.
That is great. I'm glad to hear that. And if we were to have someone from the Houston Food Bank come in and be part of as a nonprofit part of our organization, would that be you, or do you have somebody else that's like a market contact, direct contact that would be right for our organization?
So that would depend on which way we do interact. We do have, like I said, there are multiple departments. Each one has different sorts of programs. If it were through the CAP department, which would be mine, we can discuss which way we can have an interaction, whether you can send referrals to us, or we can maybe even have one of our navigators go out in person and assist people in person to apply for the programs. Or we can possibly even train your staff to be able to help residents to sign up for these various programs.
Mm-hmm.
There's others as well. Like I said, with Senior Box, if everything goes through with that one can they send out a food truck with all the packages of the senior packages, and that comes out monthly. There is, if you were looking to just do a food distribution, where we would drop off a food truck and the food gets sorted by volunteers and distributed out to people who are coming by for free food. It can be set up in that manner as well. And if you've got like a specific community where it's a low income community and they could use the food help, you can have a food truck scheduled to go out there. And it can be a one-time thing. It could be monthly. You can set up a brief contract like 6 or 12 months. So there's a lot of variability and a lot of ways to interact with the Houston Food Bank.
Okay. So what would be one thing that you'd say that we could help you all with the most as a senior services organization? Not, we're not a nonprofit, but I always say we're a not-for-profit because we're not really trying to make it a profit as an organization. But what's the biggest thing that we could do in your mind? That how can we help you?
I'd say the biggest thing would be just to advocate for us, to tell people about us, because a lot of people just assume we just give out food and that's it.
Right.
But we do so much more than that. And so putting out the helpline, that helps. Just talking about the different programs that the Houston Food Bank offers, that helps tremendously. So there's any number of ways, but it's just the awareness of what we do. That's the number one thing.
Great. I understand that. Yeah.
You can have people come out and to the food bank, not even to volunteer, but just to look at all the programs that we have, and you could talk to the team members here.
So maybe as an organization, we could schedule a tour or to do a shift for the food bank one day.
Exactly.
Or something like that.
I would love that.
You could do a volunteer shift. I can get you connected with our team member who does tours for all of our partners. We can have that as well.
Okay. Because we would love to be part of it and be there to help you. Because I know we have seniors that call us at all different economic levels, and sometimes we get those families that just don't have a whole lot of extra funds, and they need the help. And so having someone like Food Bank to be able to call on or to refer them to with a lot of different programs would be really a great asset for us, and hopefully we could be an asset for you guys as well. Yeah,
absolutely.
One of the things that happened to me recently was I was at a personal care home, and a lot of seniors don't have the family support that they desire or that they need. And so the home owner or the business owner in charge of these seniors realizes that they just don't have enough money to take care of them and feed them, because food is expensive. So one of the things that she asked me was, because she knew we were coming on today, is how can we help that business owner, that caregiver, how can we help them get on some of these programs?
So the best way to do so is just to tell them, if you are able to see what the problem is, you can, and if you have an idea of what the programs are that they won't be needing, it's as simple as sending their number to, having them call that helpline, or you can send their contact information to myself. I believe I see on the little Kieran down there my contact information. They can call me, they can send an email, and I can help them get started on the process in terms of getting assistance. And even not just through us, if I see that they're needing assistance in other forms, I can see which departments would be able to help them best.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
So just looking on your website a little bit, I wanted to see some of your programs. Tell us a little bit about the Backpack Buddy.
So the Backpack Buddy, that's a school engagement thing.
Okay.
I have a little pin right here, I guess, for anyone who sees it. This is the logo for it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the Backpack Buddy program, that is, it's in another department, Miss Kiana Anderson. She's the one that operates that program. And what they do is they'll engage with the schools around the region to help ensure that the kids, low-income children, are able to go home on the weekends with a bag full of food. So that's the problem is, a lot of low-income kids, their main source of food, of a healthy meal, is actually at the school itself, and so they'll usually get breakfast and lunch. They'll often skip dinner because their family may not be able to afford it. So the Backpack Buddy program is supposed to help supplement that by sending them home with a bag full of food to last them through the weekend, so they can get back on Monday with a belly full rather than starving for the first breakfast in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That is that is engaged with through the school systems. So we generally already have established relationships with the school, but if there's a school district that doesn't participate and you know about them, you can definitely tell them to get engaged with us, and we can reach out and form a partnership, and we'd be able to help out the children in that regard.
Great. So another question I have, and I don't know if you can answer this or if there's somebody else then that would be better, but would we be able to put a link on our website to the Houston Food Bank, and maybe even specifically the Senior Box Program, or just the Houston Food Bank in general, so that if people find us, they can find you? Again, the awareness part of it.
Yes, I would refer you over to our marketing department, just because they do manage the online persona. So I wouldn't be able to make any decisions on that. But
Okay.
generally, even as simple as just talking about or promoting the food bank website, they're usually pretty okay with that. So
Okay.
I can definitely send you their information. You could get in contact with them as well.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry,
Marian.
Bill. Yeah, I was also looking on your website, and I noticed that you have holiday cards with hope. It says, order honor cards from Houston Food Bank and share hope while providing food for better lives. Every dollar donated helps provide 3 meals for our neighbors facing hunger. And so my thought was, a lot of people try to get some kind of project together. I know for my church, we always are looking for projects that we can do together, especially around the holidays. And so this, I think, would be a great opportunity for us to share that information with them. So when you say holiday cards, does that mean like a shopper's card, like a credit card type of thing, or a physical card?
It's just like a little like a thank you card. So it's nothing more than that. It's more of like a way to get people to donate, basically.
Oh, okay.
So
So if you donate, you get these cards.
Correct. Yes.
I see.
I will say, and it should be on the website right now, we are running the Share Your Holidays event.
I see
So
that. It is.
I'm looking at the website as well. I'm not sure I see it, but basically it's a phone bank. So you call in if you are needing assistance. You can call into this phone bank, and we will take your information down, and we will be able to get you a meal after that. Once we get everyone sorted out, and we get all the food prepped up and ready to go, you'd be able to get some food from that. So that is trying to see it on the website. I don't quite see it. Surprisingly.
Yeah, it's on there, Jose. Let's see, where did I find it?
I see it. On the upcoming events, that one is going from November 29th through December the 4th. And so you can, if you didn't want to volunteer, you can volunteer to work in the phone lines to be able to take the phone calls. But if you're requesting a holiday food box, then you can call that line and get your reservation for it. You might even see more of it on Channel 13. They've been our partner for over 20 years promoting this Share Your Holidays event. So you can definitely look at their live broadcast for that.
Excellent. Great. I don't have any. Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah.
Well, I want to know how large your organization is. So I just know you two here. So please tell me a little bit more about it.
Yeah. So right now we have approximately 40 members. We started with one chapter, which was a central chapter, in the beginning of 2019. We've grown to 3 different chapters: a Northwest, Southwest, and a Central. Central being basically inside the Beltway 8. Northwest being Northwest, Cypress, Tomball, Magnolia, and then Southwest being Sugar Land, South Katy, Richmond, that area, down the Pearland. Plans are to start another one in Southeast and in the Northeast and in the Woodlands, Conroe. And we've really grown just organically by word of mouth, by the different senior service providers that have come to the meetings, which we meet twice a month. And they just liked what our mission was and our values and what our goals were to help. And they've spread the word out to other good quality senior service providers that they know. And it's grown just that way naturally. So again, we're kind of a not for profit. We're not there to make a profit. The service providers charge whatever they do. They may give a discount if someone comes in through us, but we just basically are a referral service, if you will, a connector, right? We just connect the seniors that need help with the service providers that are in the organization. And even if they're not in the organization and we know somebody that's outside, because it's such a huge market and there's a lot of service providers in different service categories, but they all know each other one way or another. So we can connect them up with other good service providers. So we're growing. Hopefully we'll continue to grow. The website is out there. We're working on it all the time. We're really excited about the growth. I have to say, it's something that when I started it in 2019, I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting, a small group of people that could help seniors through a process like this. And it's just grown really unexpectedly. So it's very exciting, and it's been a lot of work, but it's exciting, a lot of fun.
It is amazing.
It is. I was in Livingston yesterday and met one of the people that live there, and she's a senior. Her husband passed away. She lives by herself, and she was telling me, we need you. You need to have a chapter up here. And I got so excited about it because it's true. We want to expand because seniors do need us. They need somebody that they can trust in their home, whether they're doing their lawn or they're doing something, that requires somebody to be, giving them help with food. It doesn't matter what service is. They want to feel safe. And that's what Bill has built, is this safety net for seniors, no matter what they need. And I literally have a small list here. You probably can't see it very well, but these are just some of the services that we provide. Some of the things that, assisted living, moving. If you need a mover, my goodness, you want somebody gentle and who's going to come into your house and not steal. And, so he does background checks, and there's a lot of great opportunities for seniors to feel that they have a safety net when they call us.
One of the things, Jose, is that which was interesting as we grew is that most of the senior service providers out there, depending on whatever category they're in, most of them have cared for or know somebody that's cared for their senior parents. And so they have a passion for that. And that's what most of the providers that come into the group have, a passion for the seniors and helping, because they've been through the process. There's approximately 4 million people a year turn 65 and over. So it's a huge market. It's the baby boomers are now getting older, right? So if you don't have senior parents right now that you've taken care of, most likely you will someday. Mm-hmm. So everybody will at some point. And so it's one of those things that's, everybody knows we're going to get older. Everybody knows we're going to need help, but we don't really want to think about it until all of a sudden we're there. And then the kids go, oh man, now what are we going to do? And so there's a reaction. Where are we going? How are we going to go? So might be something to think about now if your parents aren't that old yet, right? You look like a young man. So.
Oh yeah, I'm older than I look. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
So I did want to know: is there any sort of requirements for someone to be able to be assisted by Senior Estate Concierge?
Good question.
No, there isn't, and that's a good question. And it really comes down to each service provider, because each service provider is an independent company, more or less. All we are is the hub to have them come together. So it's really up to each individual service provider what their services are that they provide. There's no other requirement. I mean, if someone calls us, it doesn't matter if they have a lot of money, they're high economic status or low, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to try to connect them with the services that they need. And that's why the Houston Food Bank would be so important for us. And we've had a couple other nonprofit organizations around Harris County and Houston that have come, and we've tried to we have connected with them. Like I say, they can be part of the organization as a nonprofit member. We don't charge anything. And that way we have that other connection. So, getting connected with someone like you is great, because now we know you and we can turn everybody to Jose. Right.
I'll help them out as best I can here.
Good.
I want to thank you for being with us today, Jose. It has been a wonderful opportunity for not only us, but anybody who's watching the show. We do try to get the word out about all the services that we're providing and can provide all seniors. So thank you again for joining us today. Bill, it's always such a pleasure to see your beautiful smile.
Oh,
He is responsible for getting this thing going, and it's almost taken on a life of his own. And
it really is.
I feel very honored to be able to be here with you all today. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Marian, and thank you, Jose, very much. Appreciate your time.
Been an absolute pleasure.
Yep. You take care. We'll be in touch, friend.
All right.
Okay?
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.